Well, yeah, but yeah, stat. Yes, but I'm beginning. 2.3.1 quartiles. So before we talk about the quartiles, let's refresh ourselves on the median, because the median is part of the work that you're going to have to do today. In all of the problems, you're going to have to first find the median in order to then find the quartiles. Now, on your homework tomorrow, you can expect to see some of the same exact problems as a starting problem for the homework. So yesterday's homework, you're going to see the same data as part of the new homework, and then I'm going to give you a fresh one as well. So it's not just the same problems. So you need to know how to find the median to yesterday's homework first. So the median is what? How did we explain what the median was again? What did we say that the median is? It is the middle value when data is ordered from least to greatest. Now, more importantly, the median is the value that splits the data in half. Okay, that's another way of saying it. It's the value that splits the data in half. In other words, if we had our number line, okay, and let's say that this was our median, and I know the median is always not right in the middle of this first number. What do we call the lowest number in our data point, in our data? What do we call that lowest number again? Because it's going to be part of for tomorrow. What do we call the lowest number? Huh? Minimum, yes. So we have a minimum here, minimum. And we call the largest value the maximum. And then what we did is we found the median. Now, please note, I drew it like this on purpose. Notice that I didn't draw the median right in the middle, right? Because the median is not always right in the middle of the minimum and maximum. It's how many data points that there are in there, how many values there are. So the median will have a lower 50%, so 50% of our values, 50% of the data is below the median, and 50% of the values are above. It is not, and it's notice, it might be directly in the center. Somebody actually mentioned that. When is the median perfectly in the center of the data? Even, there's another word we call it for. You're kind of right, yes, and there's numbers are even. No, it's more closer to even. It's another way of saying what is even. I know Min had said it last time, Min and Sri had said it. What is it? When the data is perfectly symmetrical. It's evened out. It's even on both sides. That's what most people think in their mind. When it's, I can fold it. Usually the data is not like that. The median is going to be a little bit off center most times, okay? Because it's a typical. Now, so the median splits the data in half. And so we learned that a method to find the median, we learned about the n+1/2 rule, okay? And I'm going to put this a little bit more in terms of our notes and a little bit predominant. It's anything it's reviewing for you. And it says that, remember, n represents what again? The number of values, the number of terms that we have. So the n+1/2, I'll put a little th, term is the value of the, term is the value that represents median. I'm going to put a little 2 notes here in 2 reds. It is not the median. Why am I writing this? Because why am I saying it is not the median? What do I mean by this? Why am I somebody get confused and why I need to write this? Can someone explain?
Represent the median and not the real median.
So it tells us, ooh, I can't spell first off. Represents. So if you get, remember when we said there was 10, we said there was 11 terms, and we did 11 plus 1 gave us 12. 12 divided by 2 gave us 6. Now is 6 the median? I want to just make sure and really, really emphasize that 6 is not the median. The 6th term is the median when it's in order from least to greatest. Okay? The 6th term divides it in half. All right? So the median is, the median is also known as the second quartile. Okay? It is also known as the second quartile, but we are never really going to refer it to the second quartile. Because what we're going to want to find is the what quartiles? Yes. So we want to find out the quartile 1 is the median of the lower half. We also represent that as Q1. Quartile 1 is what we're going to learn how to find today. We're going to learn how to find quartile 1, and we're going to learn how to find, what do you think?
Quartile 2.
Well, we already did quartile 2, right?
Quartile 3.
Quartile 3 is the median, there is none. Is the median of the top half. Q3. So we're gonna give you some instructions about how to find quartile 1, Q1, and how to find quartile 3. And that is our major lesson. Now, in order to find these, as you're gonna see, you need to find the median first. So our first step, as you're gonna see, and I'll write this, I'm just gonna wait for you to catch a little bit up in notes, making sure we're all caught up. We're gonna find the median as step 1. Okay? Now, when we find the median, that might mean that we do what do we have to do as a step 0? If step 1 is finding the median, what's step 0 again? Step 0 means we don't always have to do it. Ordering the data. Put the data in order. Does that make sense? Yeah, yes, that means so. All right. How are we doing out there? Does anybody need me to pause, slow down for a little bit? Notes? Okay. Okay. More than happy to. Today's the last hot day. It drops by like 10 degrees tomorrow and drops by like another almost 10 degrees the next day for the rest of the week.
Wait, what's tomorrow?
Today's still, I think, 80 is a high. Tomorrow it's dropping like to 67 with rain.
Yes.
And then it's like, it doesn't break 60 again for a while. As a high. It could be this year. Who knows? Huh? It's going to be cold next week. The high is 60. The high doesn't even get to 60. It's going to be in the 50s as the high after Wednesday.
Okay, so you think like there's a high percentage like we're gonna have snow like you can't tell that?
All right. Finding the quartiles. Step 0. Step 0 refers to it's not always needed to be done, which is to order the data. If it's not already ordered, order the data. What do I mean by order the data again? Do I have to write it down? Order the data means to put it from least to greatest. What's your question? Yeah. Step 1. Find the median. find the median. Okay? Find the median. And label, and okay, well, we're actually, no, I'll do that next one. We'll just find the median. So there are 2 steps. All right, are we ready for the actual other step now? Okay, I'm gonna go in here. We're good now, Vince? All right, so now we got step 1 and step 2, step 0, step 1. So now step 2, we are going to find, we are going to identify the amount of terms in the bottom half. Now, I've got to put a little disclaimer here. If the median is a specific value, we do not count. Okay? So in other words, 11, n is 11, yes? N is 11? We're going to do an example. N is 11. So if n is 11 plus 1 was 12 divided by 2 was 6. Okay? So the 6th term, which question? Oh, so the 6th term is the median, okay? So how many terms in the bottom half? If the 6th term is the median, how many terms in the bottom half? There's 5. We do not count that term. Does that make sense? Let's say there's 8 terms. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So the median was the average of those 2. How many terms in the bottom half? 4. Because it didn't land on a specific number. So 4.5. So there's 4 in the bottom, 4 in the top. Step 3. To find Q1, follow steps of finding median for bottom half. You do the same thing. You might end up with 2 numbers. You might just end up with 1 number, right? You just do the process again with the bottom half. If there's 4 terms, you do what those 4 terms. 4 plus 1 is, and you do the same thing. If there was, 6, if there's 5 terms on the bottom, 5 plus 1, you do the same thing for just that bottom half number. Step 3, step 4, and then we have step 4. No, I did not. What did I tell you? There was no such thing as. Can anybody recall? I said there was no such thing as Q4. There's no such thing as quartile 4. When come at me, come out with receipts. To find Q3, follow steps of finding median for top half. All right, and that's it. Now we're gonna do some examples, we're gonna practice everything. Well, we still got 10 minutes. We gotta do practice. We don't know how much you understand yet. Now, we're going to do this with terms that we can actually see so that we have them. Remember, we don't always see all of the numbers. There might be 130 numbers. So you're not going to write out all 130 numbers sometimes. We have to be able to track it a little bit different. So are you ready for an example? Here's the example. This is the same example we worked on before. So here is the data that we had before, and it's in order. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 threes, 1, 2, 3, 2 fours, 4, 4, a 5, a 6, a 9, and a 12. This was the data that we had that represented what again? Number of siblings. This is how many siblings you as a class had for those of you that were present on that day. There was no only child in this room when that date was dated. And one of you had 12 siblings. All right. We're going to identify our N. How many terms do we have?
18.
Whoa. No. What was I remember was an 18. It's
23. 22. There was 22 people?
nobody remembers. It's in our notes from the previous day.
Well, you literally said there was like 22, 23 people out there.
19.
I was close. Like.
There's 19. So let's find the median.
+1.
So we're going to try to do the median first. We're going to do n plus 1 over 2, which gives me, what's 19 plus 1 is?
It's
20 over 2, which gives me 10. And I always like to write 10. 10 is not the median. Okay? The 10th term is the median. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So my median is 2.
So I thought you were supposed to cross out.
That is a method that we can do is crossing out, but we're trying to teach you the n plus 1. All right. Now,
Wait.
Oh my
I thought
god.
you were supposed to cross out on both sides.
no, that's just this. I got to get a better, I'm getting waiting for my better plug. Oh, no, we're going to, I don't know why I just, oh, come on. It's going to pop up, I promise. There we go. I bumped into it. So, now, how many terms in the bottom half? How many terms are in the bottom half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 terms in the bottom half, and how many in the top half, therefore? They're always the same. There's 9. So there's 9 and 9. Now there's 9 in the bottom half. All right? So we want to do Q1, which has 9 terms. All right? So what's 9 plus 1 over 2? That's 10 over 2, which is 5. So the 5th term is the median of the bottom, which is also quartile 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this value right here is quartile 1. Now notice it's the same number. That happens sometimes. So Q1 is equal to 2. Now I'm going to pause here because I want to make sure we can digest what we just saw. There were 9 terms. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm blocking out, and I'm acting like there's none of these numbers exist. So all I'm focusing on is just these bottom 9 numbers. And now I'm just finding the median of these bottom 9 numbers. But when I find the median of the lower half, we call that quartile 1, or you can also call it Q1. Yes? Look somewhat a little lost. We look good. And we repeat the process for Q with a top. So how many terms? No, same thing. We already know. How many? Which term is going to be which term will be it? The 5th term as well. So the 5th term from the bottom is Q1, and the 5th term from the top. So it's best if we just count backwards. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the 5th term right here. So this is the 5th term going from the top, and therefore that is Q3. So Q3 is 4 as well. Now notice I could have counted from the bottom up. I could have said 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 terms. You can count it from the bottom or the top, and then we have found the quartile 1 and quartile 3.
What is 2? What is that?
2 is the median, and 2 is Q1. So it's both. Because there were so many people in here that had 2 siblings, that 2 divides it into, it's like the second 25% is all 2s. So there's a bunch of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2s. And that's the reason why the quartile 1 and the median are both 2. So the n+1 over 2 rule is really a major focus that I want you to have, and I hopefully that as you relook at the homework from yesterday, you'll reutilize this, and then tomorrow we're going to practice not just finding the median with data, but finding Q1 and Q3 as well. All right? That's what I have for you.